last time it didn't do this either.
Yeah, it didn't do any of that for us.
There we go.
Okay, there's the chat.
Okay.
Oh, it went straight into...
Hello, folks. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of October the 27th, 2024?
Yep.
24.
Okay, I was in a room once that said 2025. It completely confused me.
Well, you'll have that.
Welcome to this week's edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Got to be honest with you, folks. It's not going to be a lot to talk about. We don't really have a lot to talk about, and Halloween Havoc is, what, less than 50 minutes away? About 50 minutes away. We're going to take our picks. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about in a very short time to do it in. So without further ado, Mad Max, how is your weekend, sir?
It's going pretty good, actually. It's almost Halloween.
Yep,
coming
getting
up,
close.
You know? And you know what's after Halloween?
Thanksgiving.
It's Christmas. We get, or at least Christmas time, and we get to go watch our favorite Christmas movie of all time, the greatest Christmas movie
Die
of all
Hard?
time. That's right, Die Hard.
That's right.
Never seen
That's
it.
right.
Both Die Hards. Both of them, 1 and 2, both around Christmas time.
And when you watch this back, Caleb, yes it is.
Actually, we get to watch Jingle All the Way first. That is actually a Thanksgiving movie.
That's right. That's
The
right.
Macy's
That's
Day
right.
Thanksgiving Parade, where Santa is on the float all the way to Christmas. It ends on Christmas Day. I'm pretty sure the whole story ends on the parade Christmas Day. As dudes eating the
I don't remember.
cookies and they stole all the presents under the tree on Christmas Eve. Because he has to go and give that guy's presents back at the end of it. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Spoiler
I
alert
haven't
if
seen
you've
it
not
in a
seen
really
it.
long time, but yes. Watch
Also, well, here's the deal. We don't talk about holiday movies. I say holiday movies.
We actually
because-
have time to do this.
Yes,
Okay.
we have 3 days. We have three.
Sure.
What? 3 more days? 4 more days to Halloween.
Yep.
If you have not watched Ernest Scared Stupid yet, first off,
Never
shame on
seen
you.
it.
Shame on you. Second off,
Who was supposed to watch it with me, babe?
it needs to be watched. Also, what was the one? Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie, not a Christmas movie.
I don't like that movie.
It's
Hocus Pocus.
both, actually.
Hocus Pocus. If you haven't watched Hocus Pocus yet, you need to. Halloween Town needs to be watched. It's important.
Yes.
Don't Look Under the Bed needs to be watched. It's important. A lot of Halloween movies. I personally just watched Trap, M. Night Shyamalan. Not a spoiler guy, even though I watched a almost 2-hour movie and I still have no idea what I was watching. Fantastic movie though. I'm going to go back and watch it again just to make sure that I understood everything the first time. Always have to do that with this kind of movies.
With the his
Fear and Loathing in Las
you'll
Vegas
learn-
still confuses
His
me
movies,
from,
you'll learn something new
from the
every time you watch
90s. So, Techmaster T, how is your week been?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Had a pretty good time last night.
Hydration's important.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was so good that the professional can't be here.
All right, y'all. With that being said, let's hit our first story. Let's go ahead and get into what we got here. I don't remember exactly the lineup. Aha. So, Samantha Irving put in her notice and has left WWE in an attempt to bring her musical career up. Thanked the locker room, thanked the women's division, thanked the WWE and the corporate, the ring crew, everything for a fantastic tenure with the WWE. Here's the deal. Good luck. You know what I mean? A lot of fans have been giving her shit because they all believe that she's going to join AEW. She has come out saying that is not the case. Actually, she said it in a way that I'm not going to say it because I'm trying to be a good boy.
Is that because Caleb's not here?
Huh?
Is-
Everybody knows I'm a likable one, right?
Hey, Big Bad
When
John.
it comes to me and Caleb, I'm the likable one, right?
Oh, it comes between the two of you? Yeah.
See, I'm
Yeah.
I'm also the cute one. All right. Anyway, Samantha Irving said no. She's not going to AEW. Wants to forward her career. A lot of people don't remember.
Babe, we can't see your face.
I'm sorry.
'cause of your hat.
Don't remember that she was actually on American Idol. She was eliminated before Hollywood Round the year that she was on there, but that's where WWE noticed her in the first place. So it's not like she's now going, well, I want to be a singer, I want to be more important than a ring announcer, this, that, and the other.
She's going
That's
after the
not the
dream that
case.
she had first.
She now has the wealth and stability and following
The recognition.
Yeah.
to be able to take a career that she wants to do and be very successful. Lillian Garcia, after leaving WWE, became a Grammy-winning Latino artist, is a author, has a podcast, and obviously, I mean, if you'll hit the next one for me, back as Raw's lead announcer. Now, it's nostalgic, and I love it, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's good. I just don't think it's a good fit.
No, honestly, when
I just don't.
You're not excited about Lillian coming
No, I'm
back?
super excited about her being back.
But when I watched Raw,
But not at the expense of losing Samantha Irving.
when I watched
She's
Raw,
so amazing.
after listening to Samantha for so long, it just Lillian.
Well, here's the deal.
doesn't sound the same.
Also, they were feeding her information that she was doing her ring announcing stuff of things that weren't taking place. She said Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were accompanied to the ring by Dominic Mysterio. He never come to the ring. There was a couple other instances like that where last-minute decisions weren't fed to her like they should be, and she doesn't know these people's names that well. Think about it.
Yeah.
But she hasn't been around as a touring ring announcer. Everybody on the roster that she was on, with the exception of Michael Cole and a handful of wrestlers,
Everyone's changed.
were even there when she was around as the announcer last. She was doing Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock.
So she's going to be a fresh new voice
It's gonna
for
take
these
some
new
time.
people.
But evidently Netflix said if we don't have Samantha Irving, we want Lillian Garcia. And that's why Lillian is back. Because here's the deal, they're going for the nostalgia pop when Raw goes to Netflix.
They're want
bringing out
that
The
Attitude
Undertaker.
Era back.
They're bringing out The Undertaker. They're bringing out several different people, and it's going to be from a state-of-the-art arena.
I'm so
Something
excited.
that is going to be the first thing housed in Las Vegas in this state-of-the-art arena where the presentation's supposed to look insane. Kind of like the presentation for the NXT pay-per-view we watched when they did it from the UFC building.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, a state-of-the-art fucking arena for a main roster debut, because NXT is the only ones that have done it. This will be a main level pay-per-view in one of these kind of stadiums for a Monday night. It's unheard of. Also, super sick. It's gonna be the first time the main roster has really done anything like this. They haven't added themselves into the TNA stuff yet. But they are mixing NXT talent in rather fast. Jakira Jackson and Lash Legend.
I love Lash.
There's been shirts popping up in the crowd for Chase U, which obviously they're fucking amazing. You've got the tag team championships being defended, the women's tag team championships being defended at the pay-per-view between 4 teams of all different brands. Think about that. Io Sky and her team is from Raw. The champions are from SmackDown. Piper and Chelsea's from SmackDown, but now you have Lash and the other one from NXT. So this is the first time for a championship that you've had all 3 brands represented to face each other for one solitary championship.
Yeah.
Sounds
And if
awesome.
you don't count the Royal Rumble, but the Royal Rumble doesn't end with a title belt. Royal Rumble ends with a shot at Mania. Literally, if one of these teams win, they're the World Women's Tag Team Champions. That means Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend are instantly main level, main roster players. It's fantastic, but that also adds into the picks tonight. Because if she's going to go up, she is dating Trick Williams. And WWE has that policy where they don't like splitting main level relationships and shit. They don't like splitting them between 2 different companies. They like to keep the partners on the same shows. Does that mean Trick Williams loses and heads to Raw
But
or SmackDown with
didn't
Carmelo
they split up?
Hayes?
Didn't they split up Ludwig Kaiser and Tiffany Stratton though?
Yes, but in fairness to that, Tiffany Stratton is the Money in the Bank holder, which means if she was to cash in on Raw, she could be instantly taken to Raw where Ludwig Kaiser is. You know what I mean? So this is and the rosters Gunther and Imperium have been on SmackDown for the last week, building for Crown Jewel. Survivor Series is usually champion versus champion too.
Right.
So, and I know next week, spoiler alert, mute your thing right now, I'll give you the okay when I'm done. Next week, SmackDown has already happened. Where was I going? Shit.
Next
SmackDown.
week SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's already recorded.
Recorded.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the point of me talking
Spoiler
about.
alert.
Yeah, the spoiler.
Tell everybody what's happening.
Oh, yes.
Can't see your face.
It's already recorded. We have
Can't see your
a
face.
4-way with all of the women
Hey, Wolfie.
that are partners. So we're going to get a view of that. We're also going to get a view of Roman Reigns and them issuing their challenge for Crown Jewel. It's going to be interesting the way we go from here on in. I'm not going to tell everyone everything that happens because there is a lot of stuff that's taking place. I don't want to ruin a lot of things, so we're just going to go with Netflix is building for the biggest payday in Monday Night Raw history on January, 5th or 6th? January 6th, when Netflix goes Raw. which means Peacock will lose, Hulu will lose. They'll all lose the broadcasting rights to Raw and SmackDown and NXT.
Yeah.
Actually, NXT is to be pulled by the end of the year. Because the CW app will then gain all the library for NXT, so they can show all of those on the CW app for free. It's a genius thing to do. It's a way to boost the ratings, and it's a way to fight the Max deal with AEW.
I don't have
Smart.
a deal with AEW.
I was thinking the same thing.
I have a deal with
No, you don't.
AEW.
We
So
know
does
someone
Dave
that does.
Hit us with the next one, please. Speaking of SmackDown, we have new WWE Tag Team Champions in the Motor City Machine Guns. This tag team has busted its ass from the independents all the way through
The beginnings of TNA.
Ring of Honor. I mean, they've been everywhere. Last night get to culminate that with a WWE, or not last night, Friday night, with a WWE Championship reign in 3 matches. It took them 3 matches to win the WWE Championships. You know what that says to me? A lot of people see that as, oh, well, they had it in their contracts, this, that, and the other. No. That says to me, time to rebuild the tag team division. Now we have the titles off of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, so those titles are no longer held up in the bloodline.
Well,
bloodline
that's
stuff.
only because we're building to the Survivor Series.
And we will talk about that here in a minute. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, though. I forgot. Some of these will drop when we're least expecting it. That is Worf, for you Star Trek fans out there, known as Bad Motherfucker, eating some Kentucky Fried Gach.
Gach.
Gach. Gach.
Gach.
Gach.
Yep.
It's all about the at the end, right? Got you. First off,
I'm sorry.
if anyone was going to sell me Gach, I would take it from him.
Oh, yeah. Did you notice?
Also, fun fact for those out there, I don't know if you watch Star Trek, but he has 2 penises.
Klingons have two.
Which means that the females, obviously, would have to have 2.
Well, yeah.
Hit us with the next one, please, before we get too detailed into this. This is what I was talking about. The reason we have new tag team champions is the returning Jey Uso and the adding together of the Usos on the same page. Here's the deal. When they got in the ring together before anything happened,
Crowd lost.
that you could hear the crowd rumbling.
Yeah.
Like it was quiet. And then all of a sudden it started to build itself to where the camera started to shake a little bit. And then when Jimmy, it was Jimmy who initiated, come over and hug Jay, that whole it was like a volcano. Build, eruption. Because there wasn't a dry eye in the building. There wasn't. This is the greatest tag team of our generation. The Uso brothers, which means now we have the Usos, we have the Guerrillas of Destiny, we have the Motor City Machine Guns, we got Ciampa and Gargano.
Yeah.
We've got some of the best tag teams in professional wrestling. Also, don't have the graphic because I will cover this next week. Congratulations to the Hardy Boys, who actually won the TNA Tag Team Championships last night on pay-per-view.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations to you guys. That is a hell of an accomplishment. TNA is exactly where you need to be right now. Here's the deal. Now give me the Hardy Boys coming in the TNA thing to WWE to wrestle me some tag teams in the WWE that I want to see them wrestle. Like, I don't know, the Street Profits.
I've
would
been
be
seeing
super fucking
so
cool.
many memes with the Hardy Boys with Joe Hendry. It's so great.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of stuff together, actually.
I love it.
Their whole tag team thing, the 6-man stuff, was hilarious. The Hardy Boys would come out, and when they would clap, instead of clapping, it would be delete, delete. Fantastic. And then Jeff doing his dance thing, which is so white. It's so white. It's so white, it's see-through. It's bad. But here's the deal. At the end of it, the cutoff of the show was the picture you're seeing of Roman Reigns right now. That's how they ended the show. It ended too early. because after that ending there, Jimmy and Jay slap hands like they do, like this. Like, give me your hand, Max. Go ahead and throw us back up on here. They get their hands like this. They get their hands like this, and then as they raise them up, they throw the one fingers up to Roman Reigns, looking at him, to which Roman responds with, yeet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the beginning of the OG Bloodline versus 2.0. And there's only one more place to go from here. Go ahead and hit the next one.
You guys look like prime sponsors.
Not a sponsor, but delicious. This is what we're building for, folks. This is Vancouver, British Columbia on November 30th. We will have War Games. This is the build. And as you see, the fourth member, obviously, hello, Sami Zayn. He is the original fourth member of the Bloodline.
I don't want it to be him.
But it has to be.
I don't
But
want
it has
But
to
it's
be.
perfect.
And you know why it has to be? Because they have to keep Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn away from each other right now. What better way to do that is stick Kevin Owens in the title hunt with Randy and Cody, and stick Sami Zayn with something to do. He no longer has the Intercontinental title. There's a reason for all of this. It's coming. The reason to all this will be Jey Uso being the tribal chief by the end of all of this. That's where we're building. I truly believe that. I truly believe that Roman's going to pass the torch and retire and hand it over to Jey Uso. He doesn't have to full-blown retire because, as we know in professional wrestling, it's really not a real thing. Retirement's not a real thing. It's just not. You could be brought out of retirement. Obviously, Ric Flair has done it 80,000 times. Condolences to Ric Flair and his family. But this is what we're building for War Games in Canada. OG versus 2.0. Here's my deal. If the OG don't win, it'll be because of the Rock interference. Or Zilla Fatu. And they bring yet another member of the Bloodline in. Which then you could have the Rock flip-flop, turn a good guy and join Roman Reigns and them, and then turn on him in the end. And then you have your match. But Vancouver, November 30th, Survivor Series is going to be huge. Going to be real huge.
Vancouver, that's like New Mexico, right?
British Columbia. You know where British Columbia is. You don't sit there and tell me you don't know where BC is. Hit us with the next one, please. Oh, look at this. It's a...
I hit the wrong button. There we go.
This is Tyrone Biggums, our latest sponsor. We have a new shirt out. You can whistle while you work, but you can't cry when you twerk. We also have stickers. Those shirts come in 5 different colors. The sticker is a raised 3D holographic sticker. We have a bunch of new merchandise coming on the site. We have stuff on the site right now. Streamlabs.com/ProWrestling Throwdown
.com
is where you can find all of your merch needs, all of your... we're getting ready to come into winter, which means long sleeves are getting ready to come back out, which means we'll be putting some stuff on sale. Hats, mittens, all that good shit. Christmas time coming up. Get your orders in early so that you can get your stuff in before the Black Friday craziness takes place. We will also be holding a Black Friday sale on several different merch, which we will, in the next couple coming weeks, we'll talk about.
I don't celebrate Black Friday. I spend all day watching Die Hard.
No. Jingle All the Way. You have to watch Jingle All the Way first. It's the day after Thanksgiving.
No. I watch Die Hard first.
We watch Die Hard all the time.
Yeah.
But
It's
yet I
just
have
a
not
Christmas
seen
movie.
it.
It's for everyone.
That's the point, because I was already watching Die Hard, and then Christmas time kicked in, and I was still watching Die Hard, so Die Hard.
So you finished Die Hard around Christmas, is what you're
It's
saying.
always.
Gotcha.
At some point.
At least it's not a Christmas story.
Usually starting.
I hate that
Somewhere.
movie. Hit us with the next one, please. Don't forget, merch store. ProWrestlingThrowdown.com. Streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Also catch us on Facebook at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Here's the deal. These are the WrestleMania price charts for this year's WrestleMania tickets.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah, you see the purple down up here in the top corners?
Yeah.
$450 a ticket.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this is a 2-day package. So, technically, they're what?
$225.
$225 a day. When you look at it that way, it's not so bad. It's still ludicrous. But think about it. You're in Las Vegas. They're going to sell out.
I was
No.
expecting a picture of Ludacris.
No, not this week. Maybe next week. Now you're going to look at the light blue, which there isn't much difference in these seats, as you can see here. The light blue and the dark blue, there's a little bit of difference. But the dark blue. Dark blue, $650.
Just a shade.
That would be your second tier from the top, as you can see, and a little bit of the orchestra area in the back. You see where this brown level is?
Yeah.
Here, that's $2,000.
Brown's a fat. Oh, there's two browns. There's a maroon and a brown.
Yeah, I'm talking
Or
we're just in the big dark brown here. Those there, $2,000 a seat. The yellow,
That's
$800 a seat.
yeah, but see,
You see
think
ringside?
about
10,000 plus.
Plus.
how many people are gonna take their kids to that, and then you have the money for the ticket,
Well, think about
and
it.
then kids always have to have one. They gotta have something to drink. They gotta have
Which
food.
those are $12
You
to
gotta get a
$13 a drink.
souvenir. You go to WrestleMania, you gotta get a souvenir.
T-shirt's gonna rank you about $25
At
to
least.
$45.
Yeah.
Champion, we gotta have a championship belt for the kids. That's $200
I'd
Well,
just
I
like to
don't-
know
I-
how people can afford
Talking
this.
about-
because
Oh.
WrestleMania is always filled with people from all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Come to WrestleMania, you've got people that fly from
They've
Australia.
been
that
saving
fly-
all year.
Not just that, their money is a different kind of currency here. It makes more money here, so they can afford to do that. Like Mexico, if they were to hold it in Mexico, we could go.
Oh,
With the money we have right now, we can go.
we'd be ringside.
And sit, on the floor for sure.
yeah.
Ringside seats, 10,000 plus. Those are going to go to celebrities. Those are going to go to media. And those are going to go to the WWE for
We're
putting
celebrities,
plants.
sort of.
Well, and that's the other thing. It's going to be press.
And Make-A-Wish.
See all these up here?
Connor's
The
here.
ones that don't have anything, you see where the stage is. This is your camera side. You see that it's gray through there. Right there, that's where your press boxes are. Those yellow right there in the back, that's your press boxes. Because they can see straight down over the entire crowd. And I'm telling you right now, it's a stadium, but anyone who's watched football knows that a stadium, while is big,
There
isn't as
shouldn't be a
hard to
bad
see
seat.
as you think. With the Titantrons, with the Videotrons that they have on there, my thing is, we talked and joked about it for a long time now. I go buy a ticket to Access, walk around Access, get autographs and shit all day, and then go to the fucking hotel and put the Peacock on
That's
yeah.
what I
and
do.
watch WrestleMania from the hotel.
Yeah.
I don't have to be there to watch it. I just want all the fun stuff that goes along with
The
WrestleMania.
footage.
And then I'll go see the collective, the independent WrestleMania that takes place in the state.
You know what? We
All
should
day
plan
long.
that. We should plan it.
We should. As a matter of fact, if anybody has any hookups or knows anything about Black Label Pro or the collective, I think is what they call it, hit us up, ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. And I will get in touch with you guys over finding out information that we might need for something like that. I do appreciate it ahead of time. Also, for everyone else in America, I'm going to speak frankly here for everyone else in America when I say fuck these prices.
yeah.
This is bullshit. You give every other wrestling event to Puerto Rico and Canada and this and that. WrestleMania is supposed to be ours, and then you jack the prices higher than anyone can afford. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like one of those America people, but at the same time, fucking America. Like, give us some fucking prices that we can actually afford. You know, the fans that actually watch your product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you make it affordable for people that, you know...
Like
now
us.
you're taking live events away from the little cities. For the next couple of years, they're trying to drop down their live event count. Okay, so make your fucking ticket price cheaper. You know what I mean? Put it in bigger buildings. What's up, Derek?
What's up, Mr. Toes?
But I mean, come on. This go back wide for a second. A respectable seat, in my opinion, in a stadium this big. See what the red is?
Yep.
On the bottom part of the picture, the red,
Yep.
that should be $200 seat. I could understand $200 seat. Not even for 2 days. The purple up here is $225 for just one day. Fuck that.
When we went to our live show,
That's
when we had our
stupid.
tickets, they were only $64 a piece.
I watched Elton John perform all of his classics at Caesar's Palace and paid $176 to watch the man from the top of the building. You mean to tell me that WrestleMania is more important than the Elton John?
Was it the real Caesar's Palace?
Yes.
Like Caesar?
Yeah, he was there. He was in the front lobby
That's
playing
fucking cool.
poker. It was fucking cool as shit, dude.
Did he have on the tuxedo shirt because it looks like a business, but I'm here to your
No, he's here to party. Yeah, he had the mullet and everything.
Nice.
He sang the first 3 bars of Freebird. It was great. Hit us with the next one, please.
Were you in the crowd just hammered drunk?
Just hammered drunk. All right. We have to report on it, even though I would prefer.
All right.
I would prefer not to. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Derek, of course, WrestleMania prices in Vegas. Talk about a gamble. Yeah, big time gamble. One I'm not willing to make. Like I said, hit up Access, go back to your hotel room, help promote independent wrestling.
Yeah.
They have a show where the best of the best in the indies wrestle called The Collective. It's put on by Black Label Pro. Every year you get to see the touring people, the people that go from city to city. And I'm not talking about Chicago to St. Louis. I'm talking about fucking Dongola to Jonesboro to this that you see in person in gymnasiums get their WrestleMania moment. Watch WrestleMania on Peacock, folks. Check out some of that live, good, that real stuff in front of you. Be a part, touch grass. Don't be like the internet wrestling community that everyone yells at and thinks crap. Don't do that, my man. It's not worth it. Anyway, Carlito makes a joke on Monday Night Raw after Io Sky and Kairi Sane leave the room. He's flirting in a goofus line, says, I gotta learn how to talk. I gotta learn Chinese. Here's the deal.
Which was funny.
It was funny.
It was.
It's Carlito. It's Attitude Era to 2004-esque comedy. But here's the deal. The girls have spoken and said that they thought it was funny.
Yep.
That they weren't offended. People are actually calling for Carlito's job.
Those people need to shut up.
Those
They're a bunch
people
of
need to go
crybabies.
outside and touch grass.
They need to not watch wrestling then.
If
they're
that
really
line
gonna be
offends
that
you,
hurt.
then I don't know how you would have lived through my Attitude Era. Could you?
I can't fathom what. What the hell? People
They
are-
all claim they want the Attitude Era, and then when we
Crybabies.
give them a little bit of a touch of what we had in the 90s,
And that's not even.
They
it was,
fucking
It
complain.
was funny.
it was hilarious. Adam Pearce laughed. He was trying to make the boys laugh. It
Yeah.
wasn't a promo. It wasn't somebody with an agenda.
The girls
It was
said they
Carlito
laughed, they thought
off
it
the
was
top
funny.
of his head tried to make Adam Pearce laugh.
And it was
He broke
funny.
him. He did chuckle at first, and then you could see it in Adam Pearce's eyes. He was
Yo,
thinking,
shit.
dude, I cannot believe you just said that. But it was funny. He has a shirt that says street trash, people. Come on. It's live the gimmick or don't don't buy it. That's all I'm saying. That's what's wrong with professional wrestling fans. I'm sorry, y'all. I know that there's good ones out there, but for the majority of the
But are they
neckbeards-
really professional wrestling fans if they act
No,
like this?
no. Professional wrestling is supposed to be entertaining. If it was all bland, it would be in the fucking Olympics and no one would watch it.
But I only watched it for Snoop.
Well, let me ask everybody a question. Anybody remember who placed 6th in wrestling in the Olympics? Anybody?
No.
How about in the female division?
It doesn't get spotlight.
How about in the women's division?
There
Anybody know who took third?
No.
I don't remember names.
My
I saw
point
a couple
exactly.
Things about it.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
Though, if you wanted something that's bland and sports and isn't funny and isn't, you could watch collegiate wrestling. It's all the sport, none of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I like bullshit with my wrestling. That's why I like wrestling. It's funny. It's sad. It makes you angry. It makes you happy. It's a roller coaster ride.
Wrestling is supposed to be your place
theater.
to go to get away from everything. At the end of the day, we sit down and we watch wrestling, and
where the nerds can be a champion.
You get engulfed in these over-the-top characters and stories, and
it's a sad thing, yo.
It's just what it is. It's
anyways, Carlito. Speaking from experience, I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. I thought it was funny.
You're good in our book.
They make fun of there's iffy things said about a whole bunch of different races that
know what.
That
You know what
it's
I have
never
to say?
brought up by the person who should be offended.
You know
It's
what I have to
always
say to those
brought up
people?
by somebody who has no fucking sense of humor.
Would you like to know what I had to say to those people?
What's that?
That's not cool.
No, Carlito says that's not cool. Max says that's not cool. Also, cop. Okay.
I don't have an Apple, so it's okay. I can say
Not
that.
a sponsor.
You have an Adam's apple.
We don't have a sponsor for that. I don't know.
You
Huh?
go to the next slide.
Oh, next slide.
Ah!
Jesus. Oh, Johnny. I love you, my man. This is... Okay. Here's the deal. I want a comic book. I want Johnny to illustrate something like a comic book like this. I think that would be super cool. Like, do different slides with these characters, like, every week. Or every other week, or, every month or something. Like, The Adventures of Hassle Squatch.
Well,
I think would be great.
Johnny is a Sasquatch sticker.
Yeah,
So-
oh yeah, don't forget the John Squatch sticker.
I call it the Johnny Squatch.
Actually, our stickers are one of our top sellers on the website. It really is. Everyone I know has either bought a sticker or a cross-cut magnet. Because they are super, super nice. T-shirts, cups from time to time. But mostly I see the magnets and the stickers being sold quite a bit. And that's because they're funny. They're great. They look good. And we don't break the bank. You know what I mean? Like, our stickers aren't expensive. None of our stuff is expensive. We make the bare minimum off of that stuff, but we also put it right back into here. So. Anyway, here's the deal. David Hasselquatch, that made me giggle when I seen it the first time. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Hasselquatch. I want a shirt that looks like that. Like have the front of it be the Sasquatch, the running girls and him on the front, and then the David Hasselquatch waving on the back of the shirt. I think would look great because as you're coming at him, you see him running at you, but as you're walking away, it's him just doing this. I think that's fantastic.
What if the back was just like the back of the Sasquatch?
Oh, of all three of them running, but from behind?
So you get the front and back there.
Jesus Christ. You get a hat that has a tail on it?
I used to have a shirt that said, I don't give a rat's ass, and it had a rat on the front, then it had the rat's ass on the back.
That's fantastic. Do you still have that shirt?
No.
Damn. I would almost pay to see that shirt. I like that. Again, Johnny knocking it out of the park with this. Hit us with the next one, please. I love that. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. Let the shit fest begin. Linda and Vincent. This is Rolling Stone, mind you. Rolling Stone article from Rolling Stone magazine says Vince and Linda McMahon named a new ring boy sex abuse lawsuit against WWE. Thank you, David Bixby, with the Rolling Stone. The interview, or not so much the interview, but the piece that he put out on this does seem to point fingers at Linda McMahon as well as Vince McMahon for abuse of what we call what is called a ring boy. A ring boy is basically an assistant. They in live events, you see them. They'll come out with wash rags, and they'll wipe down the ropes
Basically,
to get the people's body oil off of them.
The equivalent of an intern.
The ring crew, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, the ring crew. But they're also personal assistants that carry the wrestlers' bags back then. Wrestlers don't do that much shit like that anymore because everybody's self-sufficient. And most places, NXT, all those wrestlers live in Florida. I mean, they're right there. You know what I mean? But, yeah, evidently, Linda had herself quite a little bit of fun herself. If you think Vince McMahon's bad, I wonder what Linda is. I mean, seriously, she's the quiet one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You expect this shit from Vince McMahon. It's Vince McMahon. He's a piece of shit. Linda always was portrayed as this good person. Like, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about Linda McMahon, ever. And now, Rolling Stone magazine. She's a Congress, or was in the Congress or Senate or something like that. She was on Trump's board of
something, I don't remember.
Alcohol, liquor, sporting event shit. She was one of those. But she was in his cabinet. I mean, this is like, I saw a Kamala Harris political ad that is talking about the scum of Donald Trump and his friends, and they have a picture of him and McMahon in the fucking commercial, shaking hands. Kamala Harris went fucking hard in the paint. Kudos
I saw that.
to you.
I loved it.
That shows she ain't scared, for
Wow.
sure. Anyways, this isn't political, this is wrestling. But I thought that
That's
would be interesting because, I mean, it's so bad, and people know that it's so bad, that presidential candidates are using shit against each other.
Yeah.
It's like, you're his buddy,
It's,
you wrestled him, and shit like that.
I wonder, you know that old saying about it doesn't matter if they're cheering you, if they're...
As long as they're making noise.
I wonder how Vince feels about that now.
Well, they definitely make a noise, I'll tell you that. And it ain't close to being over yet. I think Vince will end up dying before going away.
Yes.
I've said that for a little while now. I'll continue to say it. He'll die before he goes to prison. They'll drag their feet on this for so long. There's so many new allegations coming out that the United States government is signed a petition asking WWE to not enforce
I have no idea what you're talking about.
non-disclosure agreements where you sign you can't talk about anything legally. They're asking WWE, well, if you're such good for if you're trying to do good for everyone, and you're trying to do due diligence and this, that, and the other, don't enforce the NDAs.
Yeah.
They want WWE to step up and be like, you know what? We don't have to enforce that anymore. And then let everyone talk. But the thing about that is how long, if it's already at the top, how murky does it actually get within WWE? Let's be real here. Now,
Murky
here's
as
the deal.
swamp water.
I don't suspect Triple H. I expect everyone knew. I expect everyone, or most people knew something was up. But at the end of the day, I think that there's people in this company who absolutely had no idea or are actually on the straight and narrow and were like, we didn't know fucking any of this.
Have you ever...
Because Vince McMahon was such a, this is my company, this is my business, that he's not just going to tell fucking referee Chad Patton that he shit on some woman's head while having a threesome with John Laurinaitis.
He might.
He might. That would be more, well, knowing Vince McMahon, it would have had to have been one of the female referees because he wasn't really into the guys, if you feel me.
I don't know. He liked a lot of them to kiss his ass.
Well, I mean,
There had to be
he
something with that.
sexually
Had to be
abused. He
something about
sexually abused the first women's referee back in the '80s. He treated Mike McGurk like trash. I just don't get it, folks. Here's the deal. I hope they lock him up, and I hope he sees time. But hey, man. Hit us with the next one, especially if Trump becomes president. Speaking of wasted fucking human life, I used to love this man. Hulk Hogan, direct quote from Fox News, says there's a chain of command. Women are here to nourish and the men are here to protect. That's the most sexist, ridiculous statement I have ever heard in my life.
No.
Who the fuck is Hulk Hogan? Like, for real.
He's a wrestler from the 80s.
From the 80s. Well, actually, honestly, when it comes to professional wrestling, it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, we wouldn't be saying.
I know.
But the point is, Hogan, shut up. Just shut up. Dude, you got banished from the Hall of Fame for using the N-word. Truth. Then they allowed you back after your whole tour of apologizing, to which some of them still don't buy. I don't believe Hulk Hogan is exactly what you would call racist. He made a lot of money with a lot of men of color that all stand up for Hogan and say that he was never. Dennis Rodman said he was never racist to him. So here's the.
And if he was going to be racist,
so
to anybody,
shut up,
I think it'd be
shut up, dude. Like you've talked too much now. Now because you've ended that road, now you're going to go after a women's fucking place. Her place is to nourish, and ours is to protect. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. My mom was 10 times the protector that my father ever thought about being.
Same.
Ever thought about being. My mom was a fucking queen, she pounced on him like a puma. Like that. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Like that. Hulk Hogan, shut the fuck up. Hit us with the next one, please. Oh, now this I agree with. This is an idea somebody had said. The first night of WWE Raw on Netflix should be hosted by Scott Steiner. Give that man a live mic and let him say whatever the fuck he wants to say.
And then 2 hours later, we can watch the show.
but here's the deal, man. It's Netflix. It'd be the first time in his entire career that he would be given a live mic and be told, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, Scott. Tell them all what you think about professional wrestling, Scott. This, that, and the other, because he said that Hulk Hogan had him banned from WWE Hall of Fames because he talked about killing Hulk Hogan in person. Next time I see him, I'm gonna end his life. And this, that, and the other, to the point where the Hall of Fames and shit, Hogan had him banned. Anytime Hogan was there, he was not allowed. Like, he legitimately put the fear of God in Hulk Hogan. And they also say he's really mellowed out. And is actually pretty cool now, because when I met him, he was a fucking dickhead. Tell a 5-year-old kid to go fuck themselves for an autograph.
That was Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, that was fucking the steroid fucking freak Scott Steiner. Which, we all know how that road ends. It ends with a Hall of Fame induction and being told what your fucking place is and shut up. Alright, anyway, Scott Steiner, I agree. Discuss amongst yourselves. Hit it in the comments. Do you think Scott Steiner hosting Netflix for the first night would be
I'm down.
Historical? Because I think it would be hysterical. Sure.
He has about a 33 1/3 chance of it happening.
And that's damn good odds. Well, but if you go against him, then he actually gets a 77.7% chance to actually beat you. But if it's that rat Hulk Hogan or AJ Styles, however he said it.
That takes it down to like 23 1/4.
Yeah, so technically he has a 110% chance of winning that match. It's Steiner math at worst. I don't know the entire. I'll have Caleb do it the next time he's here because he has that shit memorized. Here's the deal.
Core.
It must be Common Core math. But Scott Steiner is a marvel of human science.
Yeah.
He's also a fucking freak. Here's the next one, please. All right. Jeff Jarrett posted this on the 25th that says he is now officially, how many years is that? 12 years? No. 5? Is that 5 year or 7? 7 year. Clean and sober. since 10/25/2017. Has not touched a drop of alcohol. That is fantastic news. Congratulations, Jeff Jarrett. That alcohol cost him big money when he was running TNA. Cost him just numerous things after his wife passed away.
You could say it caused a big impact.
It did. It caused a huge impact. As a matter of fact, it's still being felt forcefully all over the globe. Global Force Wrestling. Get it? Anyway, congratulations, Jeff Jarrett. As of the 25th, you are clean and sober. You got your coin. That's super cool. It's cool to see that you're still working on TV. Had a good match not too long ago with Hangman Adam Page on AEW. It's good to see the man still working. It's good to see that people still appreciate JEFF, JARRETT.
Yep.
Jeff Jarrett.
Good old Double J.
Not the only thing to take place on the 25th, though. Hit us with the next one. The 25th, happy birthday to the professional.
Right.
A.K.A. the special one, A.K.A. K. Hey. See what I did there? See what I did there? Who just celebrated her 30th trip around the sun.
And is unfortunately married to you.
And is unfortunately married to me.
But you guys love it.
Johnny and y'all made a fucking killer graphic here. That's us being attacked by the Sanderson sisters.
Our first year together.
Yep, that is my mama and Coletta at the top. Who is on the far? That is that Maya? I think it's Maya.
Yeah,
and the boys.
Maya.
Her and Scooby Doo, aka Rai. Looking like Scooby, not looking at the camera because none of the dogs allow me to take pictures like that.
And she's got tenders.
Yep, and then she got the Tender Man, who is now not that small anymore. Happy birthday, babe. We love you. Here at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Definitely the videos and shit would not be funny around here because she posts some of the funniest botch videos. Some of the shit we react to, some of the stuff she finds is absolutely hilarious. And she's always sitting next to me when she's getting ready to send the videos in, and she'll be watching them, and she'll go, yeah, you're going to like that, don't you? Love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Glad you had a good time last night.
She had a great time last night.
She did. Happy birthday, and I love you. I'll see you soon. Hit us with the next
She's
one, please.
recovering today.
What we got? Yeah. Ah, yes. It's pick time. Halloween Havoc is literally about 3 minutes away. So we timed this out just perfectly. So we will go into our first picks. Will you read, Tanya, read me off the matches, and we will take the picks.
All right, the first match is Trick Williams versus Ethan Page.
Who all has taken picks?
Caleb has, Max has, Johnny, and Coletta.
Okay.
Caleb.
I'm going to go with Ethan Page. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I think Ethan Page will win the match. He doesn't necessarily have to win the title. I'm going for
I
who wins
want
the
him
match.
to win. I don't know if he's going to. I went with
I
Trick
also
Williams.
went with Ethan Page.
Okay, so what's the split there?
You mean Coletta versus the other three.
Okay. What's our next match?
The Don, Tony D'Angelo versus Uba Femi.
See, this is the one I have a problem with. I
Yeah.
don't exactly know what they're thinking here.
Right, because
They were going
they
with
should
the Rocky
keep it on. They should keep
storyline,
it.
so
But he won the title, so that's kind of over now.
so
You know what I mean?
they're
And they've
gonna
also
keep it?
kind of made him seem like a coward. Like letting his lawyer take the beating and stuff. They're kind of making him kind of heelish more than brave anymore. Here's the deal. I want Obafemi to go to the main roster, and if Obafemi is going to go to the main roster,
He's
Tony
gotta
D
drop the
has
belt.
to win.
Yes.
Tony D
I
is
agree
already
with
champion. I'm going with the retention. Tony to claim.
All right, everyone's
Uh,
going with Tony D.
It's not a surprise to me.
I mean, I want Oba to win, but I don't think he's going
What's our next match?
Next is Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus Julia and Stephanie Vecchio.
It's not even a thought in my mind. The new girls,
Yes,
Julia
same.
and what's her face?
because I think that's where Delta will get in on it.
Or Zarya or
Yeah, or whatever.
Zarya.
Zarya, however you say it. We don't know because the CW cut it off.
Right? But she did look great for that little bit
Yeah,
she
she
was
did.
on there.
What's our next one?
Andre Chase versus Ridge Holland.
Now this is an ambulance match.
Yes.
So the only way to win is to decapacitate your opponent to take an ambulance ride.
So the question is, who is going?
I'm going
away?
Andrew Chase, by the way.
That's
just in case
Andre?
anyone's
What I was thinking.
Well, here's the deal. Duke Hudson's been out for a while, and what better way to have him return than to be inside that ambulance when they open the door?
That'd be good.
Now I'm going with him too.
Yeah. So how'd that split?
Us three versus the others.
Okay. And our final match?
Miss Kalani Jordan versus one of the three Fatal Influence members. Which
I'm
is
going to
Fallon
guess-
Henley, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix.
I'm going to guess JC Jane will probably take this match. So I'm going to say Kalani Jordan with the retain.
This is the one that I wasn't real sure about.
I don't really care much for this match.
Well,
think-
it's a spinner's choice match, too. We still have no idea what the stipulation is.
I put
Right.
the retain.
Yes.
There, didn't I? Okay, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with retain as well,
And
just
I'm
because
not even
I don't
sure
really
about it.
care
That's
for
why I
this
don't
match
guess.
because I don't like anybody in Fatal Influence, and I really don't think that Kalani Jordan's believable champion.
Right.
I used to like her, but she's kind of faded for me.
A little bit.
They're not really doing much with her, and Roxanne Perez is just freaking annoying.
So that's it. That's our points. Watch for Facebook this week for our Crown Jewel points. I wanted to wait until we see Monday so we kind of know what Crown Jewel's plans are. If they're going to add anything else or something. So after Monday, we will know for sure
We'll post
what the actual card is going to look like. Because they're
Yeah.
not going to add anything on a Friday. Not today. They're already gone. It's already been, next week's has already been taped. All that shit. So there's nothing new on SmackDown being planned. For Raw, we have no idea. I think that they should have built this Wyatt thing sooner and had a like funhouse match, like a Hell in a Cell with weapons, and put their war games with the fucking Wyatts against the Final Testament. Would have been super fucking cool too. But anyway, that is Halloween Havoc. That starts, actually probably already started, I don't know.
About 2 minutes ago.
I don't know if that's the pre-show starting now or the actual event. Either way,
We'll know
enjoy
after the
Halloween
show.
Havoc. Do we have another slide? I don't know if we do. Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead and go wide on this one, please.
Of course.
We love wrestling.
WLW.
Their first anniversary show of the One Hit Wonder, November 2nd, 2024. General admission, $20. Ringside, $25. Doors open at 6. Bell time at 7. We'll be at Da Bar. I love how they spell it, Da Bar. Just like Da Bears.
Right.
1900 South, does that say Goth Street?
I believe it's 60th.
60th Street. It looks like Goth, though, doesn't it? Wouldn't that be cool? We're going to wrestle on Goth Street. West Alice, Wisconsin. These gentlemen reached out to me. And I told them that I would throw them some love on the podcast. Here's the deal. There is more matches. I have more slides. But I'm going to post them on Facebook. So go to facebook.com/ProWrestling Throwdown and get the entire lineup of the thing. I'm going to go through real quick and tell some of the matches. You'll be able to see the graphics on Facebook at the conclusion of this show. Zach Hendricks versus Dante Leon. CJ Cole versus Anthony Gagon. Dysfunction, for the first time ever, will wrestle Dr. Redacted. That'll be good. Chico Suave, great name, versus Yeti Henderson. A final encounter. Tommy Trainwreck takes on Onyx Andretti. Fans bring the weapons. We will have the dynamic duos match of None More Violent, versus the Den. And in a death match, I'm going to guess this is the heavyweight champion. I don't know if the title's on the line. It does not say here. Bobby V wrestles There Is No God, Only Schlack in a death match in the, I'm guessing, the main event of One Hit Wonder. Schlack, you see there with the blood and the teeth. Fantastic human being. Love doing shows and a fight with him. Fantastic man. Don't forget, bell time 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. $20 for general admission. $25 for ringside. The bar. I'm going to say that's Alice. Allis, Wisconsin. Go say hi for us, and I will work to get those on Facebook as soon as this ending of this podcast. As for that, we are out of time for today, so I'm going to leave you with a little bit of thought. Samantha Irving is still one of the greatest wrestling announcers of all time.
Yes, she is.
People stop giving her shit. She's not going to AEW. She has no plans to go to AEW. She said it. Leave Trevor alone.
Who cares if she wanted to? Not your fucking business.
Leave Trevor alone. It's not Ricochet's fault he can't read. Until next week, for Mad Max Fury,
Bounced around too many times.
for the Tech Master T, this is the big dog saying, keep it in the ring. Keep it in the ring.